Hi students, Management Information System. In today's class, we are going to discuss all system related concepts like system analysis, system design, system development, system implementation, and system maintenance. So, these are all the things we are going to discuss in today's class. System analysis. What is system analysis? Whether you want to develop a new application quickly or involved, if you are involved in a long-term project, then you will need to perform several basic activities of system analysis. Many of these activities are an extension of those used in conducting a feasibility study. System analysis is not a preliminary study. It is a process of collecting and interpreting facts about the present study, diagnosing problems, analyzing the business requirements, and recommending improvements based on information gathered. In other words, system analysis means identification, understanding, and examining the system, which creates a base for system design in order to achieve predetermined goals and objectives of the system. The system analysis is a depth study of end users' information needs that produce functional requirements. So, system analysis is carried out with the following objective. We have three objectives that the system analysis will go with to understand the functions of present study. It means the information needs of the organization will be collected by the end user. So, to understand the functions of the present study, all the informations that are related to the organization will be collected by the end user. Second one, to analyze the user's requirement for initiating computer-based information system. It means the activities, resources, and products of any details in the organization will be collected, will be maintained, and will be processed with all the available resources by the end user. So the user's requirement is always an initiating one. The computer based information will work on the user requirement. So analyzing that factor is your second objective. And the third one, to develop a logical model for feasible solution to solve problems. In this logical model, we have the information system uh, capabilities. So all the information system capabilities will be collected to meet the information that needs and that satisfies the end user. It is basically a detailed study of all important business aspect under consideration, and thus it becomes a basis for the proposed system. The system analysis is purely related with the proposed system because the proposed system may be a new system or some modifications in the existing system will be done with a logical process to make the system easy. The emphasis is on investigation to know how the system is currently working, to identify the requirement of the users from the system, and to determine what best can be done to solve the problem. So the system is analyzed completely to give a proper solution for the business problem that is occurred in the organization. So this is what about system analysis. Now we are moving with the next one called system design. Generally, the system design, uh, in system design, the system analysis describes what a system should do to meet the information needs of the user. System design specifies how the system will accomplish this objective of the organization. Then the system design will consist of all the designing activities that produce the system specification and satisfies the functional requirement developed in the system analysis. In system analysis, the logical design is an information developed system one. This system analysis will always defines the functions and features of the system and its related components. So how this relationship of functions is related with the component. That analysis is designed by the system. It includes the output that must be produced by the system. The input is taken, captured by the system. It is performed with the process, and finally it will accomplish the output to the user. So during the system design, logically we have few queries related to that. So the physical design that is used for the implementation is designed under the four queries. First one, how the data will be entered. Second one, how the files are organized. Third one, how reports will be generated. And fourth one, what will be the format or layout of reports. A useful way to look at a system design is that the concept will focus on three major products that deliver a good system. So, the system design consists of three activities. One, the user interface data, and the second one, processed data, and the third one, the process design. The resultant specification for user interface methods and products will always be with the designing concept. This is what about the system design, in what way the system can be designed, and what are all the ways it can be given with the concept. The third one is system development. During system development phase, analysts mainly focused on constructing a workable system which will fulfill the requirements as per the specification laid down in system analysis and design phase. System analysts monitor the operations of development of a system to ensure high levels of satisfaction and performances. Data and tables are created for storing data using database management software packages like DBMS. Programs are written for data entry with data validation checks to ensure accurate and reliable input into databases. Report generations, creating GUI, graphical user interface, procedure, module, menus, etc. using computer programming languages or 4GL software packages. Plans are worked out to test performance of overall system. In this system development, the statement "don't try to fix it unless you understand it" will describe the system development concept, because there is always a current and existing system where which will go with the flow of degree, which is automated with information technology. This system development phase provides the analyst with a more thorough understanding of the problems, opportunities, and the triggered one that is adaptable for the project. The main goal of this system development is to evaluate the alternative system and propose a most feasible and desirable system for the development. So by having all this alternative systems, the system will develop itself to give a good result for the end user. We have few factors that are included in the system development, and that factors are technical factor, economical factor, motivational factor, scheduled factor, operational factor. So these are all the factors that combines with each other and that works towards the system development of management information system. And this is what about system development. And the next one is system implementation. So as we all know, the developed system has to be implemented properly. So the implementation is the thing where the information system is successfully completed and it is ready for implementation. A newly developed system is installed at the user's site. In other words, it is the process of replacing the existing system with the new system. During this process, transition from old system to new system should be smooth and acceptable to user to avoid any unpleasant situation which may lead to rejection of the system. The new system may be replaced from a manual system, or some minor modifications in the existing system can be done with the computer-based information system. Therefore, system analysis should be carefully planned and designing methods for changeover from old system to new system. Hence, the implementation process of the system is a new one. Uh, that is, the implementation process for a newly designed information system involves a variety of acquisition, testing, documentation, installation, and conversion activities. This system implementation involves the training of end users in the operation and the use of new information system. Thus, implementation is always an important step in ensuring the success of new system. Even a well-designed system can get a failure if it is not properly implemented. Here we have top 5 reasons for the success of system implementation. That is, user involvement, executive management support, clear statement of requirements, realistic expectations, proper planning. So these are all the 5 reasons for the system implementation. That is to make the success of system implementation. And we have 5 reasons why the system is getting failure after implementation. So the first one is lack of user input, incomplete requirement and specification, changing requirements and specification, lack of executive support, technological incompetency. These are all the 5 measures that makes the system implementation a failure one. So the success and failure, both the concepts are related with the system implementation. So the system has to be implemented properly so that you can avoid the failure of the. The next one is system maintenance. Once a system is fully implemented, then that being operated by the end user, and then the maintenance function will start. So job of a system analyst does not finish after implementation of the system at user site. Rather, his real acid test starts after the implementation of the software, as most of his time will be spent on maintaining the system and meeting the user's requirement. As the organizations are in dynamic and competitive world, evolution and maintenance is a continuous process. Corrective actions are taken based on the user's feedback to evaluate the system. During the maintenance phase, system analysts mainly focus on incorporating the changes occurring due to factors like external environmental, internal policy, users' preferences, software and hardware platforms, etc. To make system more efficient and effective, it should be ensured that all related components and modules of the system must be corrected whenever faults are detected and fixed. Process of monitoring, evaluating and modifying of existing system to make the requirement or required or desirable improvements in terms as system maintenance. Different types of maintenance undertaken by system analysis are corrective maintenance, adaptive maintenance, enhancement maintenance, finally preventive maintenance. In system maintenance, once a system is fully implemented and being operated by the end user, the maintenance function will begin. System maintenance is nothing, it is just the monitoring, evaluating, and modifying the operational information system to make the desirable or necessary improvements, as well as designing, constructing, and testing a system or application will have many errors and bugs. So everything should be corrected and that has to be maintained to make a system in a successful manner. Bugs can cause, the errors can cause because of the following ones: poor validity requirement, poorly communicated requirement, misinterpreted requirement, incorrect procedures that are used during implementations, improper designs, simple misuse of programs are the main causes that are occurring that will create bugs and errors in the system maintenance. So, the fundamental objective of the system maintenance are always to predict the changes in the existing program to correct the errors, to preserve all those aspects of the program to behave differently with the current solution, to avoid as much as possible to make the system performance in an effective way. Finally, the task is completed by without sacrificing the quality and reliability. Few operational information system can afford can achieve the objectives by understanding the program, by evaluating the applications with their participation. So the system maintenance will go with the information system building blocks with the process of with the components of data, process, and interface to validate the program and to validate the system. So this is what about the system maintenance. In today's class, we have discussed system analysis, system maintenance, system design, system implementation. So all these factors are related with the system planning, designing, and development. I think this class is benefited for you. We will meet with the we will meet with the new topic in MIS in the next class. Thank you once again. Thank you all.